Well, I'm going to show you guys how I kind of got this Holley Sniper EFI installed. You guys are going to probably have all your instructions laying out, trying to figure out where to lay everything out and everything. My personal opinion, get the carb out, lay it down on your fender or in the car if your motor's in it. Mine's clearly not in it and I'm too antsy to do anything, so I just set the carb down on the edge here, set the wires to where they have to go, match the plugs to where the plugs gotta go, and turned out it's gonna plug and play. This is in a 1967 Mustang, by the way, if you're curious on what I'm putting this harness in. I also did the American Auto wiring harness. All brand new harness in this too. But that's the American Auto wiring harness stuff all right there, and that's the wires going to the motor, the neutral safety switch, and oil pressure sensor, and alternator ignition, and just other goody stuff. That's just the motor harness, and that's all my battery stuff. Kind of just setting up there. Got that wire. Sniper EFI, just got it located right there. Got the coil mounted right there, so I can just right into my distributor. Yep, us four guys, the distributor's in the front of the motor. She goes in right there. Yep, I just routed all my wires up. Ran a couple wires through the firewall back there. Ran that fuel pump wires, ran it through the firewall. There's your main harness. All you need is the white wire. I have it tied in over there, going into the firewall, so I can plug it into my 12-volt ignition source. That just plugs right into your other Holley part. There's for my controller module. There's a little screen that you guys got. That plugs into the distributor. Pretty easy with that thing right there. I just got it kind of all pulled aside here. There's my fuel pump filter. I just got the line kind of ran up. I gave myself a bunch of extra slack just so I can, wherever I gotta put that. New brake booster, master cylinder, all new brake lines. I just wasn't too sure what you guys wanted to see about this, but that's where the main thing I run up, in and around. There's the 3 plugs that you need. 1 for the computer screen, 2 for the main harness, which you just need 1 wire coming from that. I ran that other pink wire in there too, just because. And then, yeah, for your distributor. It's pretty easy. I just ran my power wires to go up into here, over there, up and through. Don't mind those wires. I just got to get a plug to plug my headlights in. That's all that's for. And it just goes back in behind. I just have it sticking up. Those wires just go up for the battery. Look at all the batteries. Cables the guys gotta connect. Yep, she didn't look like this from factory. She should have a bit more horses. Maybe someday I'll tinker, add a bit of boost to it. But, you know, just got back from the machine shop. Got her all put back together. She's looking mint. Brand new engine mounts. Brand new flywheel. ERPs. Now I gotta put this on there. Let's just test fit. Make sure it's fit. Not sure if you guys can see ARP water pump bolts. There's my shot, buddy. Any smoke? She should be not too shabby. It looks like a wiring mess right now, but she'll be rocking and rolling here soon. Once those are all plugged in out of the way, those are plugged in out of the way. That kind of looks a little better for a guy, you know. Got that all kind of cleaned up over there. All new fuse panels in here. Got another one. I just built that box up on top of that because it's got a bunch of wires. I had to replace the floor. Might as well put a Hurst shifter in while I'm at her. All new wiring harness going through there. I had to rip the whole car apart. For those guys that don't know about the American Auto wire, it's not painless. Fuel cell for the EFI. I didn't want to fuck around and start drilling holes into that or into my filler neck, and so yeah, not too sure what you guys can see here. Lines coming up through, going around. There's the electric fuel pump coming around to my secondary filter. Just gotta plug in there, but I need to get some threaded AN fittings. Yes, the guy just can't catch a break. And so I got the fuel pump line running, just plugs in. I'm just gonna ground it out to the chassis. Then of course just run it all the way up along underneath the frame. This car is in really good shape. You don't find these cars in Canada, I'll tell you that right now. You can't find cars like this in Canada anywhere. Oh yeah, I got the disc brakes on to her also. Not sure what you guys can see, but she's got disc brakes. Make sure you put them on. Nice one. Yeah. Just a little, if you guys are kind of confused. Oh yeah, that other wire. That wire goes over here. That wire. And that wire. And distributor wire. Those 1, 2, 3, 4 wires go to that side. Everything just and then you guys know, if you're installing this, you guys know what that red wire is. I got one solitude red wire. You can see the colors I got running through the firewall there. for a guy. Red, pink, and blue. Running into the firewall. Pink and blue. The red wire from that. Hope that kind of simplifies it for some of you guys, but you never know. Beauty. Hopefully you guys get a little update when I get the car running. I made a video on putting the brakes on. I didn't bother doing a video about the wiring harness because just, no way. I'll kind of give you a little hint though on the wiring harness. Over there. I found it was the easiest to install instead of reading through the instructions like a hooer. Just find out where that guy plugs in. Your high-low beams. Once you figure out where that goes onto your wiring harness, you can just start feeding her in through this way. Make sure you feed it up and underneath the dash. Right here. Up in behind, through the dash, down. Then you gotta run all the trunk wires and taillights and everything that way. Through here to the back. And then all the other wires had to go through the firewall up over underneath there. And got all my new dash, well, not new dash wires. Just look at them seats. Nope, someone put seat belts in it. Didn't come seat belts from factory. You just cannot find these kind of cars in Canada at all. At all. Smokey loves the car, don't you? But it's in beautiful shape. Like the frame's not even wrong. Just beautiful. I don't know how this car survived all those years, but it survived with minimal. Still even got surge and wiper blades on her. Kind of, confusing, okay? So I said just grab your EFI, set her down, match the plugs, read the instructions a little bit just for a referral. That's just a referral for a guy, just to kind of scan, just yep, okay, yep. Living the dream. Starter. New trans lines. Red. She's getting the goodies. I actually drew that. Right there. I drew that. Ford driving over, Chevy, GM, Honda, Dodge, Nissan. Southwestern Ontario Customs. There you go. Well, if you guys want to see more, just let a guy know. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do, but just do something to help a feller out. You don't want to see this old girl hot rodding down the highway. Just drop a like or a comment or subscribe or hit that little dinger notification. It should be somewhere here or somewhere. I don't know. There's my old 67 Mustang. Factory 302. 302 5-liter. She should be fun, boys. She should be fun.